a lot of people will learn about this tool kasi nga, when I search about this tool on Upwork and in any other search platforms, sobrang taas niya. And alam nyo naman na we are a community of landing page designers, conversion designers. So wouldn't you agree, guys, that it would benefit us if you are aware on how to master this tool? And whom we can learn from is someone na genuine talaga na sinishare niya lahat when it comes to this tool. Nag-investigate pa ako last year just to make sure that I would introduce someone na alam kong align sa vision ng CDPH. So, guys, hindi ko i-introduce to pag hindi pre-vetted. And I'm telling you guys, I've been following her ever since. Kahit ako, muntikan na ako mag-switch. Ang may i-share niya, just to give you a little bit of context, hindi lang to strategy when it comes to business, when it comes to, when it comes to getting clients and stuff, but it's more than that. Like, especially based on the, the group members ng CDPH, a lot of you is wanting or has been wanting to learn a skill para at least you get to spend time with your family. And yung iba dyan, yung reason nila bakit gusto nila ng landing page design na skill or conversion design na skill is that they can, aside from being able to charge higher, yung respect na makukuha nila from clients. Kasi sobrang, yung tipong confidence mo andyan, it's also a big deal. And then at the same time, yun nga, yung being able to provide for your family, not just money, but also your time, is already big. And may matututunan tayo sa guest natin on how she's, doing her personal life or balancing her personal life and also yung business life. So sobrang dami yung madaming lessons yung matututunan natin yung gabi. So without further ado, guys, get ready for an insightful conversation because this guest is here to share her journey, her wisdom, and of course, yung mga strategies niya. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce JC Tan. Good
Ayan
evening.
na! Good evening, everyone. I'm actually watching live as well from my mobile phone. And again, Errol and the entire conversion community, conversion design community. Really, really glad and honored to be here. Although in-stalk mo nga ako for a while, but really, I think it happened for a reason. Sabi ko nga lahat ng
Yes.
nangyayari, it's, there's always gonna be divine, I would say, intervention. So when you stalk me, I'm here now and I'm the first guest and I'm so glad and I'm so happy and so honored. And I'm excited today. Really excited kasi sabi ko kahit anong pagod kasi I actually just hop on a different calls and conversations today. I want to share this, but we are all blessed talaga with different talents and at the same time different skills, right? The only thing is we lack of push, meaning wala tayong pushers. Although hindi ako nagtutulak ng drugs, guys. What I'm saying is we have blessings from God. The only thing is sometimes we miss those blessings because there's nobody's telling us to do better. So my goal in life and my vision in life, I think kaya ako ginawa ng Panginoon is para i-push yung mga tao to do better as well and to make people realize na meron ka pa rin talagang kayang ibigay at kaya mong maging better, kaya mong maging sisitan, kaya mong maging Errol. The only limit is yourselves. Kumbaga, sarili mo lang yung nagle-limit to achieve what you want to be in life. So, yun yung vision ko sa buhay, to bring out the best in you. Kaya I have all the energy kasi without this energy parang I cannot force people to do better. Like, 'di ba? Practice what you teach. You want
Yes.
somebody to take action, you want somebody to feel energetic, do it. Right? Ang hirap naman na sabihin ko, "Te, mag-show up ka," tas ako mismo hindi nagko-show up. Practice what you
Exactly.
mm.
Exactly. So yun yung kagandahan, walk the talk talaga. Now, siguro eto na first question ko to CC, no? Like you mentioned about lahat tayo may purpose, lahat tayo blessed tayo, may gift tayo. Pero like ang biggest question ko now is alam ko na may purpose kang bakit gumawa ka ng community. Pero I want to hear it from you. Like what's the main reason or what was your motivation why you genuinely created High Level Pilipinas? Sa dinami-dami ng tool, bakit go high level?
What really started High Level Pilipinas, so it was HLP in the beginning around August of last year. So technically, nag-grow yung community less than
Mhm.
3 months. I was also
Grabe.
shocked. I was also shocked na sabi ko, bakit 4,000 na kami dito? I don't even know how and when that happened. But what started it, it's more like out of my depression. So for everyone's knowledge, I actually closed my VA agency. So I used to be a VA agency for at least 5 years. So I started using High Level back in 2018. So since its founding, but I was never out there because when I started my business, it's about the VA agency. So meaning, andun ako sa outsourcing business ko. So
Mm.
I was stuck in the VA business, but what we're using is really High Level and REI Reply. But things didn't go the way I expected it to be because I was in real estate for a while and then all of a sudden nagbago yung market ng real estate. So hence it was harder for me to keep paying people tapos keep clients for a long time. So last year since January nag-struggle talaga yung business ko. I see it alam mo yan, I see it from 100 people to 80 to 70 to 50 up to the very last person in my team. Okay, and of course, hindi ako iyak sa live na to kasi I've moved on.
Mm.
But what I'm saying is when August started, I almost felt like I lost my purpose in life. Kasi I always feel like may purpose ako in life eh. Ibig sabihin to help other Filipinos to have a job. Kaya nga yung mission statement is to provide 5,000
Yeah.
jobs to Filipinos. But I failed. Parang sabi ko, what? Magta 2025 na I couldn't even reach that goal. So I got depressed to the point na sabi ko nga parang I hit the rock bottom. Talagang rock bottom eh. Kasi I'm sitting in my room, literally staring at my phone. Tapos, I'm thinking, should I share this pain to people na I probably think could relate to me? Am I the only one struggling right now with my VA agency? So parang ako, andun ako sa my point na parang sobrang iyak ako na iyak every day. Parang babangon ako pero I'm crying and I don't know why. And I think it's because natakot ako na I can no longer provide for my family. Breadwinner ako
Mhm.
eh. And at the same time, wala na ako mapoprovide dun sa mga taong umaasa sa akin. So that was the biggest depression I had to deal with. Kasi parang every time na gigising ka, parang naiiyak ka na. And
Mhm.
at that time, I for some reason, I prayed really hard. Umiyak ako. Sobrang tagal kong umiyak. And I'm like, Lord, ikaw na nga bahala. Parang, ayoko na. I give it all up to you. Parang, sige na, suko na ako. I'm not gonna fight for this anymore. I let you handle it. Kasi it's not my problem to solve. It's your problem for me to solve and then with you, with that. Kasi feeling ko, nung time na yon, I was trying so hard to save my business. And I forget about hindi ko naman
Yeah.
talaga dapat 'to problema, eh. It's something na I have to leave to him to solve. It's not for me to solve. Okay, parang at that time, may divine intervention and telling me na, "Anak, may purpose ka pa." Alam mo 'yun? I know that you're struggling. Sorry, medyo nag-aano ako, nagki-cringe, telling the story kasi I can still feel it. Pero for some reason, he talked to me and said, "Bangon and do something." Alam mo 'yun? And
Mhm.
at that time, I posted randomly and be like, "Who wants to learn high level?" Wala
Yes.
lang. Nag-post lang ako
Nabasa ko yun.
in my profile and I said, "Who wants to learn high level?" Kasi I couldn't find anything, eh. Wala akong magawa, wala akong ginagawa. Yung business ko is struggling, wala na akong tao, parang paubos na sila. Where would I focus my energy? Parang nawawalan ako ng purpose in life. So, I did okay, sabi ko, I'm gonna open up a community. I would only be taking 300 people on it, and if 300 people said yes, I'm gonna do it. And all of a sudden, yung post ko na yun gathered more than 300 people. So I was shocked. So sabi ko, hala, okay, there's really a need.
Mhm.
Okay, kasi I've been implementing high level since the beginning eh, pero I never went out there to tell people that that was the tool that I was using. So parang nung nakita ko yun, so sabi ko, this is a sign. Ano mo, parang
Yeah.
feeling ko ito na yung sinabi ni Lord na, "Okay, do it. Okay, yan na yung purpose mo." So, I all of a sudden built that community in August. And then, yun nga, I woke up with 600 members right away, less than 24 hours. And then I said, ito yun, parang yung light bulb. Oh, this is really possible. Someone is in need, baka hindi talaga for me yung VA agency at the moment, and there's another way for me to help another Filipinos. Probably not hiring them, but being able to improve or
Yeah.
to help them improve yung skill nila on a specific, alam mo yun, on a specific tool. So, ako, kaya nga sinasabi ko to lagi dun sa mga members ng community eh. They were saying na I saved them kasi I launched the community, they found purpose. Actually, it's different
Mm.
for me eh. My community saved me more than I saved them. Kasi nandun ako sa rock bottom eh. Wala na akong choice. I'm not
Mm.
struggling. You know, wala nang pivot, wala nang choice. I had lost everything. My team, my friends, my confidence. Alam mo yun, parang I even lost my will to live. But because
Mm.
of the community, nakabangon ako. Right? So, that's where it started. It's more like a crazy idea. Tapos sabi ko, sige na nga, let's do this. Wala na akong choice. Ito na yun eh. Binigay na sa'yo, nakaplato na, 'di ba? Just take it. Take
Mm.
the responsibility and take the accountability. Walang plano, walang anything, just do it. Yun lang. Napahaba. Naiyak ako, naging
Al
emotional.
alam mo like yung nag-resonate talaga sa akin is tama nga yung sabi mo 'no, na parang you were trying to save the business when in reality, kumbaga may plan talaga si Lord, eh. And you mentioned about your vision wherein you want to provide 5,000 jobs for Filipinos. And yun pala yung sagot ni Lord na tatanggalin ko yan kasi hindi lang dapat 5,000 yung goal mo.
Totoo. And sometimes we're actually being put in a position where tama ba na nandiyan ka pa 'no? Parang nawala ka for a
Mm.
moment. Pero what I'm saying is sometimes, alam mo yun, sometimes we feel like we failed, but sometimes it actually really meant that we're being redirected. Kasi sa
Yes.
akin, that time, it's more like my biggest failure in life. Parang feeling ko I failed until I realized na I actually did not fail, but it's really just him helping me rebuild and at the same
Yeah.
time making me realize na I'm not really
Mm.
meant for this. I'm actually meant for something bigger. And that, like I said, sabi ko nga nun sa post ko, parang it turns out I wasn't really rebuilding the same house, but I was meant to build a whole dam scraper.
Yes.
And it's true.
True.
Right? So I just trusted na sabi ko sa'yo, how I did it is parang, I'll just trust you. Sorry guys ha, baka may mga, alam mo yun, walang, hindi naniniwala dito sa mga ganitong faith. But for me, I'm just sharing exactly, what God has done in my life. And normally yung success ko, it's more like for me, it's not a success, but it's a testament of how good God can be in your life. Kahit dun sa lowest point of your life. So for me, everything that I'm doing is a testament of God's goodness. So yun
Totoo.
lang.
Like like iba-iba man yung religion natin, pero at the end of the day, when you are really genuine into really wanting to help people, parang for some weird freaking reason, the world will really conspire to provide you with an answer and then, a solution na parang, "O, andyan na, ikaw na lang yung ano,
Ikaw
andyan na
na
yung
lang ang
solution, ikaw na yung
kulang at
gumawa."
ikaw na lang
Oo,
ang mag-take action, correct.
exactly.
Mm.
So, pero eto, another question ko pala. So now, meron ka ng community. And for sure, like, hindi naman makaka-achieve ng six-figure yung mentees mo kung baga, kung wala talagang magandang way of teaching them. And of course, hindi lang yan, like ang sabi mo lang kasi, few pa lang sila na nagka six-figure. Pero say for example, si Justin, I know that she's earned $600 gamit yung Go High Level. Kasi
Correct.
nagchat-chat yan sa akin eh.
Oo.
So, alam ko talaga yan na she's been able to, get clients. Robert as well. Kilala mo si Robert for sure
Yes.
kasi makulit yun. So, ayun, na-providean na din ng job. Pero hindi ka kasi kumbaga ang nangyari, hindi lang yung mga freelancers ang gusto mong tulungan. You
Mm.
you are also trying to revolutionize the payment system here in the Philippines through Salig
Correct.
AI. Ang question is, bakit and then what was the gap that you have observed or seen in the Philippines na nangangailangan ng ganong solution?
That's a good question talaga. So, basically I've been using high level since 2018, 'di ba? And I realized for some reason bakit hindi 'to nagagamit sa Pilipinas. Alam mo 'yan? Actually that idea came in siguro mga around 2022. Kasi may frustration ako. I'm a VA agency owner, right? And most agency owners can relate to me kasi most of the time, in order for you to receive payments from the US as an agency owner, kailangan mo mag-set up ng Stripe. And
Yeah.
at the same
Mhm.
time, kailangan mo magka-US dollar to receive the payment from Stripe. So imagine yung dalawang ano na yan, parang dalawang layer just for you to
Mhm.
receive payment from the US. Tapos alam mo yun, para magkaroon ka ng Stripe account, you need to open your agency in the US. So that means you have to pay at least, if I remember it right, $450 per year
Yes.
just for the annual compliance. Tapos ito pa sa Stripe, it's a hit or miss. Meaning you can be operational in the next 5 years and lose your account. Kasi ang goal or ang structure ni Stripe is that you have to have your real entity in the US, meaning to say operational ka in the US. So if they all of a sudden found out na you're not in operations in the US, your account can be shut down. And that happened to me. So meaning I have money that I was not able to withdraw directly from Stripe because I couldn't provide them a proof na we have a physical store or physical operations in the US, even though my virtual location kami. So virtual address wouldn't work anymore. So then I have no choice but to switch to another provider and then realize na alam mo yan, kasi sa Stripe nun, invoicing, automated, recurring, automated siya eh. So our process was all automated. Ever since I started my business, it was easier to scale, all because everything is automated, meaning from onboarding to payments directly to closing them, operations, automated yan eh. Until I
Mhm.
switched. So, noong 2022, sabi ko, I switched to a provider. Tapos, ang gagawin ko, I have to explain to clients na, hey, sign up with this. Tapos, pag nag-sign up ka, I'm gonna send you the payment link where you're gonna pay me. So, hindi na namin ma-automate ngayon yung payment confirmation. Hindi na namin ma-automate yung mga onboarding documents namin. So, I'm like, oh my God, sobrang hirap mag-manage ng agency kasi we have to do all of it manually.
Yeah.
So, that pain, I actually brought up to another payment provider that we were using. Kaya lang, hindi nga nila na work on yung automation na yun. So, I was thinking, paano ko siya gagawin for Filipinos? Kasi that's a pain. Alam mo yun,
Yes.
when you think of a product, you have to solve a problem. And for me, that was my personal problem. As someone who's an online freelancer at the same time, a VA agency provider, is someone who's also selling a digital product, parang, hala, ba't ganito yung proseso dito? Parang, pag nagbenta ka ng digital product, bibigay mo yung GCash mo. Tapos, alam mo yun,
Yes.
parang, hulo, GCash magbabayad siya, tapos verify mo pa sa GCash kung pumasok yun. Tapos pupunta ka sa email mo just to provide them access to your digital product. So parang, ang pangit. I cannot live with this. So I even talked to somebody na parang sabi niya, I sold 2,000 digital products. So sabi ko, paano mo ginawa yun? In-email namin lahat for a few days. So sabi ko, oh my goodness. I couldn't, right? So parang ako, oh, there's that big problem, there's that big gap. And when I did my research, parang hello, 99% of the business in the Philippines don't even have a system in place. Meaning
Yes, wala.
we're talking about 1.7 million SMBs, small business owners. So sabi ko, my God, ang laki ng problema na kailangan i-solve. So I opened up
Yeah.
the community, and while I was working on my community, I was also already working since 2023 with another web. So parang I've been discussing it with people that I know would listen to me. Sabi ko, how can we solve this problem? Wala bang way talaga? Parang it's just frustrating. So until the high level we penetrated this year or last year, tapos I was able to get in touch with high level as well, and then realize na, oh, pwede kami mag-create ng app. We can go ahead and integrate that directly with high level, partner up with high level, and see what we can do to solve it. So hence, sabi ko, ay, pwede yung high level sa Pilipinas, pero hindi siya pwede kung wala kang Stripe. So how do we solve that? And that's
Yeah.
being able to create our own payment integration. Kasi without it, hindi namin siya magagamit sa Pilipinas. So kahit gusto mong i-offer yung high level sa local clients mo, you can't. But because of Salig, now you're gonna be able to do so.
Yes.
Even if legal yan, dental, whatever businesses, gym, you can now offer high level. Literally to anyone in the Philippines kasi we're making that possible for everyone. So it solves my problem and of course solves majority of everyone's problem. So that was the motivation. Mm.
Mag-share lang ako ng konti, ah. So, Alam mo ba, yan yung reason bakit yung agency namin, hindi ako nag-penetrate ng local market for the very reason na yung payment. Like, sobrang hirap. Alangan naman na mag-invoice ka professionally, magbibigay ka ng GCash number mo. Or di kaya bank account number mo, tapos paantayan pa. As compared to, making something na parang productized service na integrated na lahat, hindi ka na mamroblema. So, kumbaga, andyan din yung privacy from the client, and then at the same time, kumbaga, yung sa'yo, automated din siya. Na wala kang headache na mag-aantayan kayo. So,
Totoo. Sobrang laking pain niya lalo sa lahat ng
yes.
business
Oo.
owners, in the Philippines. Like, imagine, 'di ba, nasa labas ka tapos yung business walang way to receive payments other than cash. Eh, 'di ba, we live almost cashless. Ako talaga parang,
Yes.
"Hala, paano ako magbabayad sa restaurant na 'to kung wala akong pera?" So, at the very least, we wanna digitalize and we're going digital na, 2025 is where everything change.
Mhm.
Businesses need to adapt. They have to accept that we're changing the way we do business. And if they don't, they're probably gonna die in 2025 or the next years later. So parang yung vision. So salig actually is a Visayan word, actually meant trust. So we wanna have
Yes.
a business where people can actually trust and can work with, especially Filipinos. Kumbaga, a business that you can parang kaagapay mo in really digitalizing the way you do business in the Philippines. So again, 99% of businesses in the Philippines are not yet there. So,
Yes.
though close-minded yung mga businesses, but we have to change the way we do business. We have to change the way they think. So we want to empower yung ganong mindset sa lahat. So,
Mm. Yeah. Another pain point din pala na parang na-encounter ko dito. I've been working with a lot of online course creators as well in the like last year. Tapos yung biggest problem nila is they were collecting payment via Google Form, tapos may screenshot pa ng proof of payment. Tapos pag ang pinaka tsaka pa diyan is pag makakuha sila ng 1,000 enrollees tapos tulog yung buong team nila. Tas ngayon marami silang makukuhang reklamong email paggising nila.
exactly.
So
So,
what the hell?
yun talaga yung pain points that we're trying to resolve. Kasi imagine, if you're a one-man person business, and you don't have the capability of hiring somebody to do that for you, 'di ba? So the reason why high level is there and why Salig was actually even built was to make it possible for you to do business even if you're just one person. Okay, kahit yung kumbaga very little pa lang yung pang operational expense mo. So maybe AI and automation can do the work for you.
Transfer na ata ako dito. Hindi, seryoso kasi ano eh, like, seryosong usapan, no? Kami, nag-integrate kami sa SendIt. Sobrang dami din ng pasikot-sikot para lang kami ma-approve. Like, sobrang difficult niya. Tapos at the same time, we had to know technical stuff. Kailangan namin mag-code para lang siya ma-set up on how it works. Pero hindi ako satisfied dun sa customer experience pag nag enroll yung tao. And I'm like, I need to improve this. Kaya din nagka-interest talaga ako nung sinabi mo or nung nag-post ka na you were wanting or aiming to revolutionize the payment system. Kasi wala pa akong nakitang payment system that really solve that gap sa experience na paano pag ano,
Yeah,
like,
totoo. Actually, I have the same experience, no, talaga with being able to make that possible for me. So, for example, dun nga sa brand na binanggit mo, in order for you to receive payments like UST, like meaning be able to use credit card functionality, kailangan may registered business ka pa. So, what if you're just,
yes,
alam mo yun, what if you're just starting? Hindi ka pa talaga registered right now. So, how do we make it possible for you? So, with Salig Pay, as long as you're not receiving more than 500,000, meaning you're an individual business owner, will make that KYC process easier for you, meaning two valid IDs, as long as you can
oh,
provide us identification that you're legit and you will tell us about your, like, what exactly is the purpose of receiving payments, we'll make it activated. Meaning for freelancers, we'll make it easier for you to receive payments from the US as well through credit debit card. So easy checkout system. Kaya by the way, hindi lang siya for business owners talaga. It's really for freelancers. Kasi I've been a freelancer for a while. I know the pain, guys. Like legit, I know the pain. Imagine using PayPal tas ang laki ng fees tapos kaya naman using another provider tas you have to wait 3 to 5 business days just to receive your funds. With what we're doing, you would be able to receive your funds the next business day converted to peso na. You don't have to do your
Okay.
conversion, everything else. You can invoice your client and you can even set recurring payment. Kasi, alam mo yan, sabi ko nga, yung idea is to make it, alam mo yan, parang seamless to do business globally. Alam mo yan, yun talaga, globally. Kasi, imagine, Netflix, recurring, right?
Yeah.
In terms of client retention, they can retain a lot of clients. In fact, just look at how many users does Netflix have because they have recurring payment. If you're a freelancer and you're able to solve that problem, imagine kung gaano katamad mag-process ng payment ang mga client. If you're able to
Yes.
just set up recurring payment, hindi ka maghihirapan mag-keep ng client kasi debited na yun from their account on a monthly basis. So as a freelancer,
Amazing.
'di ba, hindi ka na magfa-follow up sa invoice na hindi binayaran ni client.
Oo, kasi yun yung ano, yun yung problema ng team namin na parang, "Uy, mag-invoice pa tayo kina ganito." Parang, "Shit, nakalista pa." Wala bang recurring?
Or even
'Pag
if
di
you wanna build your own community in the Philippines, 'di ba, parang paano kung gusto mong magkaroon ng, subscription based, let's say na module or community, you can. Now it's possible, 'di ba? So,
ah,
yun yun. Mm.
hindi hindi lang siya card 'no, pati yung mga e-wallets kasi like
Correct.
80% of the population dito sa Philippines, they're using, e-wallets like
That's
GCash,
right.
Maya.
So, the ones that we're gonna be enable are for local ha, kasi at least for foreign, meaning if you have
Mm,
clients from the US, Australia, or whichever country outside of the Philippines, you're able to receive
mm.
it as long as they use their credit debit card, right? So kasi they have a way to enter their card details. Pero for local businesses, we are enabling e-channels and direct debits. So meaning we have BPI, we have Union Bank, we will have tawag dito, we will have GrabPay, GCash, and then at the same time, CQRPH. Actually,
Mm.
CQRPH can actually accept any payments. Eh. So even if you're using a
Oh,
different bank, so we will activate all of that for local businesses para they have different ways to pay you.
yeah.
Hindi lang isa. Mm.
Tapos magwo-work yung recurring even if e-wallet yung chosen ng isang customer.
That's right. Correct. Mm.
O sa mga nagbebenta diyan ng ano, ng digital products or yung recurring communities nila, yung dati sasabihin nila, "Oh, credit card lang ina-accept ko." Ngayon hindi na gano'n kasi
Yeah.
we have a solution now, which is yung Salig
Oo.
AI.
Siguro ang magiging challenges lang diyan ng mga local businesses, Filipinos were very, very smart. I mean, we
Paano?
always put, credit card na walang laman or debit card na walang laman. I guess we need to change that a little bit, right? I mean, I think what we
Yeah.
need to change is the attitude on how we do business with another business owners. So if we can make sure na, alam mo yun, updated din yon with our payment platforms, other businesses can do business seamlessly. Kasi nakikita ko yung opportunity, naglalagay sila ng mga e-wallets na hindi naman nila pino-fund kahit na naka-subscription base. Alam mo yan, let's change that. I mean, we have to be a responsible citizen, right? And responsible paying customers as well to any small businesses that we do support. I think that's the only way we can support any small businesses.
Share ko lang din, may belief talaga ako na when you do business, like when you share
Mhm.
some part of your money na na-earn mo, and then you're just really being honest, yung money nagsi-circulate din papunta sa'yo. So what do I mean by that? Say for example, gumamit tayo ng tool and then syempre magbabayad tayo ng konting transaction fee. So we are sharing part of what we make. And then ang nangyayari is it creates a positive impact wherein yung tool na yun can hire more people kasi napupondahan sila. And then we get to sleep na mahimbing kasi nga hindi tayo magma-manual check. So basically, ano siya, sharing talaga na ecosystem. So sa mga ano, gumagamit ng mga growth hack na maglalagay kayo ng GCash account na wala namang laman, kindly change that. Kasi once you really change the mentality or once you change how you look at things, the things you look at will also change. Kung say for example, you are someone na nag-share for some weird reason, the world will conspire na mag-share din sa inyo.
Mhm.
Okay? So hopefully may na-learn kayo.
Oo, baguhin na natin yan. Diyos ko guys, 2025 na, let's all be honest. Especially with doing
Mm,
business with another small businesses kasi hindi naman yan malalaking businesses pa. So if we can
yeah.
all be honest and help them in the most little way we can, let's do that. Again, the positive impact can affect or can have like bigger impact to the community. So let's do that. Yung mga konting kaya nating gawin, let's do that. Sorry,
Yes.
Errol, no? May question lang dun sa comment. Medyo ano din ako, multitasker ako.
Ako
May
din, gusto kong sagutin mo siya.
Oo,
Si
sabi niya,
Gerson.
is this the only available for, I mean, is this gonna be only available for high level? Any plans to integrate with other platforms? Yes, we will, but not yet. Okay? We will, pero
Naku.
hindi, well, just give us at least the first, first, second quarter. We'll just make sure na successful muna siya sa high level and we'll move forward with a different platform talaga. So, that's the plan naman.
Like System.io,
Yes.
Shopify.
I-comment mo
Yay!
na para we can work on it. We'll take note. But yeah, the plan is to get there. Syempre, we wanna empower more businesses. Hindi lang naman people who are using high level, but other platforms as well. So, just comment
Mm.
kung ano yung mga suggested nyong, suggested nyong platforms. For now, we'll take note. Ayan.
Yes. And then i-share ko din sa yung contact ng founder ng System.io para at least makapag-discuss kayo in the future.
Ayan! Mas better. So, unahin na raw
Ha?
natin yung System.io kasi gusto ni Errol System.io. Mas better, guys, if you can connect us with the founders. Actually, we always talk to the founders. Ayaw kasi namin ng parang sa bottom. That's why with high level, we were able to discuss it with high level talaga, like directly, dun sa founders. We did tell them about our vision and that's how it started. Kaya madali. So, introduce us with the founders. We'll make it happen. Ganon.
Sobrang bilis na ng buhay natin. Wala na tayong excuse para hindi magnegosyo, guys. Or mag-start ng freelancing career.
Totoo.
Now, may another question ako kasi nga sobrang dami ng plans mo, no? Sobrang dami ng plans, may community pa. Like,
Ambisyon.
may nag-comment kanina, sabi natutulog ka pa ba, coach? So, ako magtatanong na lang ako, hindi natutulog yung tanong ko, no? Ang tanong ko is, sa dinami-dami ba naman ng ginagawa mo and then bigger than you, yung vision mo pa, like, how are you balancing your personal life and then yung professional life mo? Paano yun?
Gusto ko yung question na yan. Well, technically, when you're at the age of 20 to 30 naman talaga, by the way, I'm just 31, parang wala naman talaga tinatawag na, work-life balance. Ang ibig ko sabihin is, when you're young, do what you can. Ibig sabihin, nandiyan ka pa sa sa era mo na you have all the energy to exert to build the life that you want in the future. So for me, wala
Mm.
naman talaga akong tinatawag na work-life balance, but I am very strict with my weekends. Meaning to say, actually naman ako, flexible ako. When I say flexible, I get to choose when I want to work and when I don't want to work. Kasi I don't work with any clients. Normally, lahat ng projects that I'm working with is consultations. So meaning to say, if it's a high level build, I am the one setting up my own timelines for these projects, and I'm the one setting up when I want to meet them. So ito kasi yung pinaka idea ng freelancing, 'di ba? Most people think it's an employment, but it's really not. You're selling your business, right? Meaning you're selling your service. So how do you plan to sell your service? So for me, the work-life balance is being able to decide exactly when do you want to work na magiging better ka. So ako, I can adjust anytime I wanted to. So meaning kung ayaw ko magtrabaho ng Monday, I can choose not to work on Monday kasi tinatamad ako, right? Or let's say, ako strict ako with my Saturday and Sunday, meaning you cannot contact me on a Saturday and Sunday kahit client man yan because that's the life that I want for myself. Actually, the reason why I started freelancing anyway is to have, alam mo yun, to have my time back. Although, pag business owner ka, sabi ko nga when you're in your 20s and 30s, technically naman, there's no such thing as life balance eh. Kasi if you're building the life that you want,
Mm.
technically, at your 40s, 50s, kasi gusto mo na mag-retire. So for now, pwede
Yeah.
mag-hustle and hustle because you're building, let's say, a 10-figure business. Honestly, right now, because I'm trying to build a 10, 11-digit figure business, if there are urgent things, I still work on a Sunday. Kahit na strict ako, but because if there are urgent needs in the business, meaning, ay, biglang nag-contact si ganitong founder, di ba? Hindi mo naman pwedeng manohan yun. So, any time of the day, I could really
Mm.
just wake up. Pero, I can choose na, ay, tatamarin muna ako mga 2 days kasi napagod ako ng Sunday. So I have that kind of flexibility with the life that I built. So again, think of it as how do you want to really manage your business.
Mm.
Not the other way around. Hindi si client yung magko-control ng when will I work for you kasi you're the
Yeah.
business owner, ganun. So
Ayos
yun.
yun, Parang yun talaga, no? Parang choosing your own terms or work on your own terms talaga. Like setting a boundary. Kasi at the end of the day, once we set boundary, kumbaga, nagpa-follow naman yung tamang client eh. Kumbaga, your vibe will attract your tribe. So yung iba kasi feeling nila when it comes to freelancing, talagang employed sila, they would have to, to be in front of their computer like nearly 24/7, which is somehow wrong and somehow aligned siya dun sa ginawa mo kasi nga yung vision ko for the Filipinos is someday Filipino creatives can get paid for their thinking. Yung consultant tayo. Hindi
Correct.
yung tipong taga-tutok lang tayo ng computer and then ganun. Like
Mhm.
guys, like creatives tayo, like Filipinos are very, very creative, talented tayo. It's just that wala lang may nagtuturo
Totoo.
ng tama. Now, eto pala JC, I wanted you to break the biggest limiting belief. So, medyo madi-derail tayo ng question, pero a lot of people, especially dito sa community ng CDPH, are single moms. And then sasabihin nila, naku, hindi para sa akin yung ganitong skill, hindi ako pwede sa freelancing. Kasi, number one, may naasikaso akong bata. Number two, like wala din akong tech background. So, say for example, if you can give or if you can break that limiting belief, kung sakali, ikaw yung nasa situation nila na paano mo ipupush yung self mo to really pursue something that you can work on your own term. Kasi sa simula lang naman talaga mahirap yung freelancing eh.
Mhm.
Like, ano yung advice mo sa kanila to make sure na mas motivate sila to really pursue this?
I really like that question a lot. Kasi even for not just single moms, no, my answer is gonna be for everyone. Like a lot of people are messaging me, paano po mag-online freelancing, paano po mag-VA, pwede niyo po ba akong i-hire, whatever it is. I only have one answer to that eh. Kasi ako, siguro ito yung mindset ko ha. And really, this is what I also tell my mentees. Everything na ginagawa mo or everything na nagiging result ng ginagawa mo, it's all on you eh. Meaning, what you set your mind to, may control ka over that. Right? Ibig sabihin, single mom ka, yes, you're a single mom. Or yes, wala kang kakayahan kasi wala kang computer, wala kang laptop. But if you set your mind to being able to do it, that could change, alam mo yun, that could change everything for you. Right? Ako kasi, I want to say, I work hard. Ito yung ano ko eh, where I'm coming from. I work hard because failure is not an option for me. Why? Kasi breadwinner ako. I have my family. I don't have a backup. So nakikita niyo na to a lot. I am the backup. So I don't have a choice, guys. So if you're in a situation that you don't have a choice, I'm sure you're gonna do everything. Okay? And this is my line. Lagi ko itong sasabihin. If your excuses are bigger than your dreams, then literally you're bound to fail. Kasi gagawin mo
Yes.
palang may excuse ka na eh. Single mom po ako. Wala po akong computer. Hindi po ako marunong. Hindi po ako marunong mag-English. Parang hindi ka pa nga nag-i-start. You're already thinking you're gonna fail. Meaning, then your dreams are not big enough. Kasi you're too
Yes.
afraid already na magpa-fail na to. So, don't do it. Takot ka naman pala eh. Ayaw mo naman pala magbago. So, I think the first thing that we have to do is siguro tanggalin natin yung excuses.
Yes.
Yun yung ano eh, yun talaga yung biggest thing na makes people fail. Yung excuses. Ang dami kasi masyado.
Oo nga eh.
Mamamalengke pa po kasi ako eh. 'Di ba?
Grabe. Like mahilig, like yung iba no, like pinapangunahan nila yung negative things na mangyayari sa kanila kahit hindi pa naman nila sinisimulan.
Oo, parang pinangunahan mo na yung mangyayari
Oo.
supposedly for you. Like I'm a single mom, gusto kong maging VA. Okay, gusto mo, 'di ba? So what are you gonna do about
Mm.
it? It's not a question of parang alam mo yun, it's not a question of bakit hindi mo siya magagawa. It's a question of how you're gonna get there.
Yes.
Yun eh. So, I think that's really the biggest.
Yun din yung yun din yung sinishare ko sa buong Conversion Designers Philippines, especially pag newbie sila na sasabihin na kasi 'di ba yung what if na word is always parang correlated dun sa negative stuff na what if hindi like magalit si client sa akin kasi hindi ako techie. Tapos yung tanong ko, ulit ko lang, what if magustuhan ng client kasi nag-try ka? So parang instead of using the what if in a negative way, why not use it in a positive way? Kasi sayang yung sayang yung talent talaga ng Filipinos. Like isipin nyo guys, Filipino creatives or yung Philippines, we are the top 3 when it comes to creative jobs. Tayo yung ina-hire ng international market. It's not the Indians, it's us. So, bakit tayo matatakot? Siguro excuse, like sabi pa nga ni Sisi, excuse lang yung nakakawala ng
It
you know,
hinders you from
yes,
getting to the next phase. Kasi nauuna yung excuse natin. And I really like what you said, Errol, yung part na, 'di ba, you're always dwelling to your what ifs. So why
yes,
not do it and fail and fail and fail and fail again? At least you did not regret it. Mas mahirap kasi yung babalik
exactly.
ka dun sa bagay na sana pala ginawa ko more than, alam mo yun, more than alam mo yun, parang sana pala ginawa ko more than, alam mo yun, sayang. Sayang eh. Kasi wala ka namang ano eh. I mean, if you do it and you failed, ano bang mawawala?
Oo.
Probably,
Walang mawawala, may magi-gain ka.
yes, basically, masasaktan ka and it's a lesson learned. So, wala
Yes.
namang mawawala.
Still again, kasi there was a lesson.
Correct, 'di ba? Wala
Diba?
namang mawawala. So, I guess when you make, alam mo yun, when you're there in that part of your life where alam mo yun, parang nag-check ka kung gagawin ko ba 'to or hindi. First, think of what will I lose? Kung the answer is wala naman, just do it and fail. Ganun lang yun.
Ganun lang, guys. Which is also the reason why I'm gonna be asking you this question. I've been watching some of your videos as well kasi nga, nag-investigate tayo. Ganun tayo ka-stalker, no? Ganun tayo ka-stalker kung talagang align. So, eto, I want to hear it from you and then I want people to hear this from you. What's your vision for the Filipinos? Kasi dito sa CDPH, yung goal namin is someday Filipino creatives can get paid for their thinking. And dito guys, sasagutin ni Cici why I'm saying na align talaga si CDPH sa high level Pilipinas. So Cici, what's your vision for the Filipino creative?
Ako, one thing lang talaga eh. Ako, I always strive to, parang, to make sure that this happens. Kaya nga, do more, do better, ang tagline ko eh, as Sisitan. Only because yung long-term vision ko talaga for freelancers and businesses, like, meaning, in the Philippines, is to really thrive globally. Meaning to be recognized na, uy, ang gumawa niyan Pilipino. Alam niyo ba na there are too many out there, cars, even sa sa mga animated movies or games, even though ang gumawa niyan are Filipinos, they're not being recognized. It's the
Yes.
foreign companies that's being recognized kasi sila yung leader of that, of that thing, right? So ang goal ko talaga is to really, have businesses in the Philippines globally recognized. Ibig sabihin, uy, salig yan. Like, literally, Filipino yung gumawa niyan. Ang sarap ng feeling and pride that you bring something back to your country. Parang ibig sabihin,
Yes.
we are globally being recognized as leaders, the best innovators, and experts in our fields. Kasi totoo naman, di ba? Filipinos are world-class experts, resourceful, with a heart.
Yes.
So,
True.
right, if we can just, alam mo yun, really collaborate on making sure that that happens, one day we're gonna be hindi lang third world country yung magiging ano natin eh. We can be like the first world country for bringing in the best softwares, the best talents, the best in everything kasi we're Filipinos. I always believe in that. Parang we are far greater than any other nationalities kasi sobrang positive natin sa lahat ng bagay, nasunugan ka na nga, positive ka pa rin, 'di ba? But that's Filipino.
Oo, totoo.
Yan so parang very tatak Filipino is what we want to have globally.
Sobrang tindi ng resilience natin, no? Nung way back 2013 na Yolanda kami, super typhoon dito sa Tacloban, maraming namatay, pero pag nakakakita kami ng camera, tumatawa pa kami. And I'm like, what the hell? Anong mentality ng Filipinos? Pero again, we are resilient. Kumbaga, we always strive, and then we always make sure na gusto natin maging top kung china-challenge tayo. Kumbaga, always tayong ready. Now, eto, question ko lang sa'yo, Cici. Like, you mentioned na may mga animes na for some reason hindi nare-recognize ng ibang countries kasi yung leaders lang yung nare-recognize, yung ibang nationalities. Like, aside from that, ano pa yung nakikita mong gap wherein kumbaga yung Filipinos, ano yung undervalued ng global market? What's the one skill or trait ng Filipinos na undervalued?
We're too afraid. Ayan ang problema ng mga Filipino. They can implement, they can do the job. Alam mo ba, sobrang daming IT and software developers in the Philippines. But for some reason, they're just behind their desk. Ang dami nilang kayang gawin. You'd be shocked and amazed on what these people can do. But because they're too afraid, they're not out there. Alam mo
Yes.
what makes us so different from them? Foreign countries, Western countries? Because hindi sila takot mag-fail. Only for Filipinos, hindi rin takot tayo mag-fail. I'm sure yung vision mo or yung kaya mong gawin can actually get out there and you can be the founder of that, business that you're trying to build. Ang kasing tayo parang alam mo yun, we're so built for some reason kasi siguro dahil third world country tayo, parang we're so used to follow instructions. Ibig sabihin, we're so used into tayo yung sumusunod. When we could have lead.
Yeah.
Right? Bakit tayo may ganong hesitation na hindi ko kaya when technically kaya mo? Actually, that's what we want to do, right? Salig pay. We want to make sure that we lead globally. 'Di ba? Kami yung kami yon. This is me, this is Filipino talent in front of you. Hindi yung this is another Western person and then there's a Filipino talent behind that person. Kasi that Filipino was too afraid. 'Di ba?
Grabe, no?
Oo, yun talaga yun I noticed that. Na parang sabi ko, ba't di na lang siya yung nag-lead? Siya rin naman yung gumagawa ng operations. Alam mo yun, parang technically yung person na yun is just doing the marketing for you. You are doing
Yeah.
the entire 70-30%, parang 70% Filipino, 30%. Alam mo yun, parang you could have done that. You could have done everything that you can in your power to make sure that you're there, you're out there. Alam mo yun, parang sayang. Ayun.
Yeah,
Sabi ko kasi we need more pushers. Kung mas marami lang sanang magpo-push, 'di ba, na, "Uy, kaya mo 'to. You can also do this. Alam mo, nakikita ko yung talent mo. You can be more. You can really be more. You just have to be there and not be afraid. Kung hindi man nag-work, okay lang 'yan. You can still do this." 'Di ba? So, yun parang we lack of the conviction that we can as Filipinos,
Kaya nga,
even though we
no?
can deliver.
Like, so yun guys, yun yung sagot bakit ko sinabi kanina na sobrang aligned ng yung vision ni CC with CDPH. Kasi nga, if you guys are gonna be in front, na kayo talaga yung nagli-lead, say for example, kung ano man yung venture nyo, you guys are the leader, then that means you are not the hand. You are someone who's getting paid for your thinking. Kasi magaling naman talaga tayo. Like,
I like the comment ni John Valles. Totoo kasi Filipinos, parang we are actually set as an employee, not as an entrepreneur. And honestly, dun sa community, that's what I am trying to change. Like, you're not built as an
yeah.
employee, but you're rather built as an entrepreneur who can strive out there. Hindi ka lang pang employee mindset, no? You can be more, do more. You can do that. 'Di ba? You just need a little push, you just need to work harder. Yun naman talaga yung dun parang kailangan mo lang naman talagang lagpasan yung mga mahihirap na phase to get where you want to.
Yes. Tas eto pa yung weird, no? Yung mga Pilipino, ang galing natin gumawa ng mga meme. Magpasimuno tayo ng meme sa buong mundo. Tayo yung mga meme generator. pero takot tayong mag-generate ng ng mga astig na ideas that people use globally.
Yeah. 'Di ba? Ang weird lang kasi
Parang,
we are very creative, we're very positive.
yes,
We have all the skills that people need out there. We have the right attitude. But for some reason, alam mo yun, ba't kaya tayo laging behind the desk? And sabi nga ni John, 'di ba? Maybe because that's how
yes,
we are. We are born in this world na parang, ay, Filipino, parang, okay, I'm just gonna be employed. That's the way to go. Kasi that's how we were, parang we were raised, 'di ba? Kaya nga dapat tayo
mm,
talagang, Errol, we would have to strive to make a change dun sa mindset ng mga, alam mo yun, Filipinos.
yes,
Sabi nga, no, let's try to create smarter Filipinos. Alam mo yun, tanggalin na natin yung mga traditional na paniniwala na dapat alam mo yun, although I encourage everybody to take their course, but really, alam mo yun, focus on your character, focus on what you can do
yes.
out there sa field talaga, and don't just listen na parang maging employee ka na lang forever, because you literally, we can do so much more out there. Napakadami kong na-meet na ang daming talent pero hindi mabenta yung sarili. It's all because hindi alam kung
Takot.
paano. Oo, takot, or naku, baka hindi ko naman kaya yan. Parang magugulat sila na parang I talk to them and be like, "Hoy, te, ang galing mo." Alam mo 'yun? Actually, sobrang galing mo. You just need to go ahead and show the world that magaling ka. You just have to trust
Exactly.
yourself and be confident that you can.
Grabe. Oh guys yun. Sobrang value yun. Hopefully guys, nagte-take note kayo and hindi lang kayo nagte-take note. Hopefully, you guys, like after this live session, i-implement nyo. Especially yung mga takot mag-post, kung ano man yung gusto nyong i-post, or may offer kayo, guys, come on. Like, kumbaga, do not be the best kept secret. Let the world know about your stuff. Now, CC, one of the other question pala that I'm wanting to ask you is, for sure, like, alam ko na when you are building something, baka kasi yung tingin ng iba sa atin dito ngayon, ako si CC kasi yan, sobrang galing naman yan eh. So I want to make sure na makikita nila na tao lang talaga tayo ba? Tao lang naman talaga tayo. So, one of my question is, para yung tao or yung audience are aware, you are building something that's, bigger than you, kasi it's for the whole Filipinos. You are building something that aims na magkaroon sila ng more than 5,000 jobs by being able to, master Go High level na tool. Pero of course, if you're building something, hindi naman talaga yan smooth sailing eh. There's always gonna be hiccups. So, ang question ko ngayon is, what are the biggest challenges that you guys are encountering right now when building high-level Pilipinas, and then at the same time, yung Salig AI, and how are you handling them? Kasi for sure, it's difficult. Hindi yan smooth sailing.
Ayun, I think for me, because this is a technology, no, I think the biggest challenge really is being able to make people understand that they have to adapt. So, kasi again, we're introducing another technology. Even AI, parang pag sabihin mo siya sa another person in the Philippines na running their business traditionally, parang they're gonna be like, naku, hindi yan mag-work sa business ko, or parang, baka ano naman yan, masyado namang, alam mo yun, parang pangit yung experience ng customer pag in-AI natin yan, or whatnot. I think my biggest challenge really is being able to educate Filipinos na we have to be able to understand na, alam mo yan, technology is something that you really have to apply in your business more than you're trying to resist yung
Yes.
yung advancement. Okay, I think yun yung biggest challenge ko, especially with Salig or with high level. Kasi talagang hindi, alam mo yun, parang ang hirap explain. Yung calendar nga lang, no? Like, oh, let's go set up your calendar automation para kapag may magbo-book sa'yo, may calendar link na. And then they're gonna be like, oh, parang ang hirap yan kasi paano kung may gustong alam mo, mag-book sa akin the same day. I'm like, okay, kung may gustong mag-book sa'yo, at least may calendar ka na, they can see that you're not available. And they're gonna be like, eh, ano, gusto ko available ako that day, parang they just do that, parang wouldn't understand, alam mo yun, what we're trying to do for them. So,
Yeah.
yan, totoo yan, may mga negative connotations kasi na kapag technology, ay, baka ano yan, too crazy. So I think it's being able to educate more. How I plan to resolve it, ako naman kasi, I'm big on trying to focus on the problem and trying to come up with a solution eh. Hindi ako yung parang, ay, sinabi niya na hindi to mag-work sa business niya, I'll give up. Hindi eh. I would really insist naman makinig siya sa akin na, oh, just look at it again. Okay? Makinig ka lang. Don't do anything. Just listen and see what this can do to your business. So I would rather focus on the problem and then I would rather focus on the resolution rather than the problem. And kailangan ng mahabang-mahabang patience talaga when dealing with local businesses. Kasi di ba siya sa foreign madali eh.
Yes.
Pag nag-introduce ka ng technology, lalo kung Western company yan, they would say yes right away eh. Pero pag Filipino, ang
Yes.
daming what ifs, ang daming, alam mo yun, ang daming resistance. So I think more than anything, kailangan ng maraming patience when dealing with local clients or even with Filipinos. Alam mo yun, kahit sa course nga lang sa community, parang tatanungin pa kung ano ba mapapala namin dyan. Parang they always have that right away na parang, ano, may mapapala ba kami dyan? Even if it's free, parang, bakit di mo
Ala,
kaya pumasok muna? 'Di ba?
kaya nga.
'Di ba, parang gano'n. So, again, it's education. Ako lagi kong sagot sa mga negativities is being able to educate. More than you try to, alam mo yun, more than you try to argue with that person, what they need is education. Bakit nila kailangan?
Yes.
And making them realize why they need it. Gano'n. So, yun yung biggest yung biggest for me. For someone in tech.
Which is also no wonder why you are also big dun sa community mo na like nung kanina, nung nag-start tayo ng live, you wanted people to share na, uy, i-share nyo, i-share nyo, i-share nyo. And then inside your community as well, you wanted people to share what they've learned, what, like paano pa yung iba makaka-discover ng ganun. Kasi nga, one of the biggest challenge talaga, even like dito sa Philippines, is yung education, which is, I definitely agree. And then, first, kaya nga, one of the things na gusto ko sa'yo is, kung magturo ka, no gatekeeping, like, andyan na, ikaw na lang problema. So, guys, eto one valuable lesson that you can probably learn from what CC said is, like yung sa inyo, if you are learning from CC, especially yung high-level Pilipinas, like lahat ng natututunan nyo sa kanya, or even sa System IO, yung inside the Conversion Designers Philippines, lahat ng natututunan nyo, i-share nyo as your post, parang take away nyo lang. Kasi wala namang makakaagaw ng lesson take away nyo eh. Kasi at the end of the day, kung mag-share kayo, either makakuha kayo ng client, or di kaya matutulungan din yung buong vision ng whole Philippines wherein mas maraming makaka-discover sa atin kasi nga we have already educated a lot of people na okay yung mag-adapt ng technology, 'di ba? So eto pala yung question ko pala sa CC, konting question na lang promise, pero siguro dalawa tatlo. Eto
Pero I
isang
think people are enjoying kasi so far we still have 50 viewers as of now. So parang feeling
yes.
ko a lot of people are learning a lot from this. I'm okay with unlimited questions talaga kasi as long as it helps another person, alam mo yon, to just think their mindset about, alam mo yon, about doing freelancing
Mm,
or business, okay ako. I'm not gonna be tired of answering those
mm.
questions. Mm.
Oh, so yun, may tatlo pa akong question. So, Sisi, eto one of the amazing ko pala when, di ba may ginawa ka sa HLP? Yung para may district ba?
Yeah, yeah,
Astig ko
yeah.
talaga yun, oo.
Mm.
And I want to share it with people kasi ako hindi ko kaya yung ganun. Like, hindi ko talaga kaya yung ganun. And a lot of people have also been asking me, Errol, um, paano ko matututunan yung go high level? Tapos, ang sabi ko lang kasi sa kanila is, punta kayo kay CC, tas may district kasi sila. Tas hindi ko talaga siya ma-explain kasi I don't even know how that works or how you set it up. Pero para sa akin, it was a good accountability system. Kasi Go High
Correct.
Level is a very difficult platform. Now, eto, I'm gonna be asking you, can you explain ano yung district inside your community and bakit siya helpful if sakali they wanted to learn all about Go High Level?
I think ako talaga pino-promote ko yung collaboration, eh. Kasi when you do things, sometimes you need people to remind you what needs to be alam mo yun, what needs to be done. So, sometimes having somebody like na you're working with and you're seeing na nagpu-push din, ibig sabihin, alam mo yun,
Mm.
parang you seeing them, take actions, parang nai-encourage ka din to basically take action on your own. Kasi minsan kailangan lang natin ng kasama, eh. Alam mo yun, kaya kaya tayo tinatamad kasi parang, "Ay wala naman akong kasama." Or
Mm.
wala naman akong nakakasama to do things. But if you see somebody like pushing talaga na, oh, mag-walk 5,000 a day or mag-aral ng high level, parang wala kang choice kasi nasasamahan ka ng influence. So district, in our community was just really built in order for people to work together, eh. Meaning, alam mo yun, parang yung feeling na may kasama ka to do things even if it's actually difficult and trying to force people to also influence another, alam mo yun, another person. I think I posted something, no, parang in my profile din about being able to surround yourself with compounders. When I say
Yes.
compounders, parang being able to surround yourself with people who's gonna let you be the best version of yourself. So the purpose of the district is to try to help another person, Filipino, to actually do better. Alam mo yun? Ibig sabihin do better in a sense na showing up, learn this together, na may kasama ka, na hindi ka nag-iisa. Kasi freelancing can be a lonely journey.
Yes.
'Di ba? Parang ang lungkot niya, especially kung online. So, what we're trying to do is to not try na maging mag-isa ka. Meaning, may kasama ka on this journey. Yun yung parang pinaka, parang the reason behind that. Ako kasi ayoko talaga na
Mm.
mag-isa. Gusto ko may kasama. So, that's why we built the district.
Pero like paano eto, kasi matitigas kasi minsan ulo ng Pilipino, eh. Kahit
Oo.
yung sabihin natin mag-show up, ang titigas minsan. Pero how were you able to build that culture? Yun na lang, like, it's very difficult kaya, 'di ba?
Mm. So what we did in our community, it's ano nga, eh, parang reward system. You show up, you get rewarded. You don't, you get, alam mo yun, you get punishment. Matigas ang ulo ng Pilipino. Sometimes you need to punish them for the things that they're not doing. So kami kasi, very strict kami with showing up. So meaning, if you don't show up, hello, this is free. Dun sa high-level Pilipinas, no? It's a free community. The only thing you need to do is show up and learn. Right? Wala kang babayaran nung una. Diba? So parang,
Mm.
what's stopping you from doing that? 'Di ba wala naman? So for us, we really wanna go ahead and just remove people who's not participating kasi wala ka namang, alam mo yun, wala ka namang ambag dun. So maybe just remove you from the community. Kasi kung wala ka namang naitutulong, wag na lang siguro, right? Or for my community now, like HLA, even though they're paid, I tell them, if you cannot show up, I'll refund your money right away. Kasi that was never my motivation, eh. Hindi ko naman motivation na makumita from you, right? My
Exactly.
motivation was to teach another Filipino to become a high-level specialist ta's hindi ka show up. Give that chance to another Filipino who
Yeah.
probably need it kasi sayang yung opportunity that's being given to you. So I would rather remove you from my circle than keep you ta's hindi mo rin naman tinutulungan yung sarili mo.
Yes.
Right? So, ako punishment talaga, like, just remove them, parang hindi naman sila nakakatulong. Walang ambag sa lipunan, alisin, gano'n. Gano'n.
Aside sa walang ambag, like I'm always a big believer na, yun nga, sabi mo, believer ka din ng be surrounded with compounders. Ang belief ko kasi, kailangan talaga may strong tayo na network. Ang
Correct.
tingin ko parati sa network is parang ganito yung analogy ko, na if say for example, 5 kayong magkakaibigan, tas may isang kaibigan may sipon, tas lahat kayo magkakasama, automatic yan, magkakasipon ka din. Pero, same din yan sa ano eh, same din yan sa energy ba? Like if you are surrounded with action takers, kahit tamad ka bukas, magiging action taker ka din. Kasi mahahawa ka eh. So, kumbaga, i-remove mo yung mga non-action takers. Like,
Mm.
which is actually wala. Na-amaze lang ako. Now, another question ko pala, kasi you mentioned about high-level accelerator. Okay? And I'm pretty sure, eto na, kasi a lot of people have been asking me as well. Okay, Errol, kaya naman matuto ng go high level, pero ang biggest question dun is, paano na mentor yung naka-earn ng 6 digit? Kasi for sure, other people are wanting to learn that. And then again, I'm gonna be telling you guys, I'm not the high level person. Hindi ako yung qualified. It's always CC. Ang question ko is, how can people get inside high level accelerator? Is it still open? What is it all about? That way they're also aware.
Ayan, ibenta mo ko. Sige, go. Joke lang. Hindi. Joke lang. But HLA Accelerator is actually the parang paid community for High Level Pilipinas. Kasi High Level Pilipinas is our public community where any Filipinos can join. So any Filipinos lang, walang other tawag dito, walang other nationalities. Kasi may nakita akong High Level Philippines official group. But then when I
Yes.
noticed, parang wala mang Pilipino dito. Bakit iba-ibang tao nagpo-post dito? So why are we calling this official Philippine group? So actually doon lang nag-start yung ano rin yung inis ko. Nakuha nila inis ko. Sabi ko parang Filipino, Philippines. Hindi naman 'to mga Pilipino. So that's why we started the free community. So right now everyone can actually still join the High Level Pilipinas kasi we have free resources inside of it. So kung wala ka pang pambayad, wala namang problema. Why did we have to move to HL Accelerator? Kasi we also realized that we need to filter people who's just willing to learn. Kasi kahit 4,000 people yung nandun, the thing is they're not parang not everybody's even interested. Some of them are just lurkers, baka nakikichismis lang, 'di ba? So we need to filter those people na talagang gustong matuto and talagang gusto mag-invest in their learning. So that's the build of High Level Accelerator. So bakit ba may High Level Accelerator? It's really for people who's starting from scratch, learning high level, like people who is not a tech person pero would like to learn a certain skill. I just posted this earlier in my profile, no? Sabi dito, parang in 2025 daw, employers or even clients are now gonna be looking for skilled
Yes.
freelancers or skilled people. 'Di ba? Nasanay tayo mga Pilipino pag naghanap ka ng client, ini-expect mo ite-train ka. The reality is, in 2025, that stops. Kasi they know that there are a lot of skilled people out there who knows what they're doing. So bakit ako pipili ng newbie versus somebody who's learned the skill already? Right? So parang the idea there is to be able to build more specialists. Actually, we're not even calling them experts kasi ang dami na masyadong expert ko, no?
Yes.
Expert.
Yes. Agree.
Parang sabi ko, lahat sila expert na. Sino pa talagang expert dito? But rather, we're trying to create more specialists who can implement. Kasi the pain points of most people who's using high level is that there's nobody available to implement yung high level talaga, meaning automations, who can understand from the baseline. Kasi sa amin, with HLA, we teach from the ground up, meaning to say from understanding the database to eventually learning the more advanced automation. Just for everyone's knowledge, I was actually in the training environment before I even entered the online freelancing. I was a trainer for
Oh.
4 years, roughly in one of the biggest call center in the Philippines. So ako, I always have a passion to teach. Kaya parang it was easier for me to implement kasi sabi ko, how would I teach something, especially a very complicated tool, to somebody who's a fifth grader? Meaning to say, walang idea sa system. How would I get there? So, we start from the very beginning. Paano ba na fifth, alam mo yun, paano nag-work ang database, first of all? Kasi it's a database, it's a CRM. So they need to understand where we're getting the data, how it's being uploaded in the system, and how that's being managed in the system. You have to do that, like, talagang, alam mo yun, drill, or not drill, but talagang iisa-isahin mo in order for everything to connect. And not everybody is gonna do that. They will just teach you high level, but they wouldn't teach
Yes.
you exactly kung paano nagko-connect-connect yung mga yan. And for me kasi, dun nagsimula ako nung training. I need to teach somebody something na new to them. Like, kung wala akong idea, like literally zero, how can I get that person to where they would understand it in and out? So, yun yun.
Grabe. Like,
Mm,
paano yun?
mm.
Like, parang kulang na lang, no? Pati yung pipindutin, ituturo nyo.
Tinuturo talaga namin.
Seryoso to?
Yes, we have the three-step process when we teach, or at least personally, I do have a three-step process when I teach because this is how people learn. Not everybody, we have different types of learners. We have visual learners,
Yes.
meron mga listener lang, pero they learn. So you have to be able to adapt kasi with all those different learning, or I would say learner types. Diba? May mga different eh. So for me, mayroon akong three strategies. It's the tell me first what it is. So it's the tell me, show me, and let me. Kasi tool yan eh.
Yes.
You have to be able to see if they can implement. So meaning to say, you tell me what is that for a certain functionality. You show me how to do it. Meaning, saan ko si-select? Paano nag-work yan? Anong mangyayari pag clinic ko yan? And then, as soon as they know oh, this is that functionality, and that's how to do it. Now, how will I do it in the system? So the let me part is being able to let them use the tool. So part of the
Mm.
HLA accelerator, actually, they're not even paying for the course. They're really paying for the sub account because the sub account with high level is $97. It's part of our program. So when you join us, 3 months access, we're gonna give you a learner's account where you get to implement, meaning we let you use the system for the 3 months na nandun ka sa program. And when you're there, you get to practice in your own system. And before you graduate, we need to make sure na you can implement. Meaning, pag-build din ka namin ng entire system. Hindi ka namin pwedeng
Yes.
i-recommend kung hindi mo kaya kasi I don't recommend people who cannot implement. So, that's the biggest thing for us. That's
Oh,
the second
yun nga
part.
din yung ano eh, yun nga din yung parang final question ko. Like, say for example, kasi one of the major barrier ng ibang creatives dito inside CDPH is, Errol, ang mahal kasi ng Go High Level. Paano ba ako matututo pag ang sobrang mahal naman? And I'm like, I think meron si CC na ano, may sub-account na you guys can practice. And then you already answered it. So ang final question ko ngayon, kasi in-answer mo na eh, inubos mo agad eh. Ang final answer ko is, after nitong live natin, will you be able to share the link for the HLA? That way people can find it easier na they can still enroll.
Alam mo nung in-open namin yun, everybody was like really buying. Like, siguro
Yes.
that's how it works, no? When people knows your value, napakadaling magbenta. Most of ito kasi yung problema eh. Ang daming nagtuturo, but they don't really understand the system. Daming expert eh. Right? But, as someone who's been in the business for 5 years and have implemented it more than that, ang dali sa'min ituro, eh. Actually, si Julius nandiyan siya. Hi, Lodi Julius. We have 3 coaches in the community. We have Julius and Dea. They're with me. And both of these people have used high level since the beginning. So, hindi lang kami nagtuturo ng BS. When I say BS, kasi ang dami nagpapanggap na, alam mo yun, na marunong or magtuturo ng high level kahit kakasimula pa lang. It's actually okay. But I guess the most important thing is, are you really making sure na, alam mo yun, na kaya
Yeah.
mong ituro? And alam mo yun, sayang naman yung binabayad sa'yo ng tao. Mahiya ka naman ng very light. It's not all about the money. It's really being able to get that ROI from a certain course. Kaya kami, hindi kami big believer ng, anong tawag dito? Ano, parang, sige, buy ng course. Really, this is not even a course. We call it talagang accelerator course kasi it's an incubator program for those who's learning high level. So yes, pwede siya sa beginners, like any beginners kasi kahit wala kang alam, how we discuss it is really for someone who's new, even for freelancing talaga. Kasi nga incubator program talaga siya. Ayun, I guess hindi ko na siya ibebenta the way na dapat kong ibenta, but hear it from people who's inside. Yun na lang, wag na sa akin kasi mahirap 'pag sa akin galing. I can say na it's good, right? But for other people, just hear it from them, kung okay ba siya. Like, how is it different from any other programs that you've ever joined in terms of a certain skill?
So,
Oo.
aside from joining HLA and then of course knowing yung mga events ni CC, kindly follow her as well para at least alam natin kung anong mga mangyayari dun sa sa ginagawa niya for the overall high level Pilipinas, and then at the same time yung yung salig. Okay? So follow si CC din. So yun, I guess wala na akong question, CC.
Ayan, grabe 'no, natapos na ang questionan pero parang it's just a normal conversation and like
Yeah.
I said, I just wanna thank you, Errol, for doing this. I'm sure na maraming natuto. Yes, January 28 is still available. May open pa kaming at least 20 slots. So just message me and we're gonna add you dun sa GC. My account is official.cctan on Facebook. So it's CECE So parang Sese, kasi lahat sila Sese yung tawag sa akin eh, but it's really pronounced as CC, but it's official dot CC Tan, CECETAN. So official CC Tan. Yan. Mm. Yun yung profile.
Guys, hopefully marami kayong natutunan, and for sure, dahil marami kayong natutunan, I always love to do this. Before tayo mag-end, kindly comment your one valuable takeaway or one valuable lesson that you've learned from CC. And while the people are typing in their valuable takeaway, CC, I want to take this moment to thank you pala. And by the way, guys, before we started the live, ang amazing lang because CC, kumbaga nag-pray muna kami before we start kasi ang goal talaga namin is to share valuable lessons here during the live. And para sa akin, big deal siya kasi nga, this is the first ever Conversion Insight na live session. And yun, it was a surprising experience din kasi hindi ko alam na ganun pala yung gagawin ni CC. Pero yun, it was really a big deal for me kasi nga, it gave me more confidence na I'm also in the right path of continuing this. So yun, CC, thank you for sharing your inspiring journey, your wisdom, and of course, yung passion mo to really help the Filipino freelancers and syempre ayusin yung financial or yung payment systems here in the Philippines. And of course, to everyone who joined us live today, I hope you found, so much value sa conversation na pinag-usapan namin ni Cici. Kasi for me, it was also inspiring. And again, Cici, for being here. And thank you for all the viewers for spending your valuable time with us. So see you in the next live session. So guys, don't forget to comment your valuable takeaway.
Ayan, thank you so much everybody, and thank you Errol for inviting me here. Excited para sa mga susunod na guests kasi this is really a great opportunity to also share your insights and definitely your story out there. Sabi ni Julie, so siya naman daw next pang practice, baka naman daw. Yeah, let's invite more talaga. But I hope that everybody was able to learn a thing or two, hindi man, alam mo yun, hindi man life-changing learning, but at least being able to inspire, I mean, we were able to inspire you alam mo yun, at some point, okay? Siguro, before I end this, this actual interview, I just want to leave one message, no? Parang, kasi there are people struggling, maybe kasi natatakot sila, or maybe, parang they're lost. I guess that's how I want to call it, no. So when you're actually lost, or if you feel like you're losing hope, I guess just remember na sometimes you just have to go ahead and look for a way out, and at the same time don't forget to look for a way up. Kasi minsan dahil lunod tayo sa problema, we forget that there's, alam mo yan, someone up there looking at you
Yeah.
and telling you, anak, hello, andito ako. Baby, try to pray harder when things get harder. Yun talaga yun eh. Pray harder when things get harder. Kasi there's really no other way and person who's gonna save you rather than him. So I guess with everything, always keep your faith and really trust God more than anything. Okay? And hindi ibig sabihin na nasa rock bottom ka right now, meaning you're a failure, wala kang client, you're financially struggling, is it's the end of the world. Right? Sometimes you really have to hit yung lowest of your lowest and the rock bottom only because God is making you realize that is not your destination. Rather, it's gonna be your foundation. So just always look for the redirection.
Thank you so much, CC. And again, guys, thank you so much for your valuable time, for spending it with us. And I hope you've learned a lot of things from CC, and see you in the next live session. And that ends our first ever episode of Conversion Insight. See you in the next live session. Bye bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.